Battle Pass and Live Service, the plague of modern gaming. If you've picked up any multiplayer game within the last decade, you've probably experienced this at least a few times, as pretty much every multiplayer game nowadays needs to be live service or have some form of Battle Pass in it. But who is the true culprit behind this phenomenon, this red-headed stepchild of gaming? I know what you may be thinking.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. A lot of people just assume that Fortnite, or more importantly, Epic, are the ones who brought this hellfire upon us. Well, I conducted a peer review myself of 3 gamers that I know personally, and all 3 of them said that they thought
Fortnite
was the main game to do the Battle Pass. So from my own source, I can say with 100% certainty that nobody knows the truth.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the f*** up.
But no, what if I told you there is another? While Fortnite certainly made the Battle Pass mainstream and brought it to the public eye a lot better, there was a company that was the first company to ever do it. This company is vile, disgusting, and wretched like no other. The one and only Yes, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, Valve is the reason why we have the Battle Passes in live service games with none other than Dota 2. I was there when it first came out, and unfortunately, I did buy it. That was all the way back in 2013. I really can't believe I'm that old, but yes, Valve was the first one to do it all the way back then. So, take that, League of Legends enjoyers. We did it first. We ruined the gaming industry. Dota 2 wins again as the best MOBA that you hate to play, but you are so addicted you literally cannot stop playing it. Now look, this isn't going to be some typical gaming is dying black pill video, right? Just because a certain aspect of gaming is in a bad state doesn't mean all of gaming is. We're still getting good games every year, so that part hasn't changed. What has changed is the foundation of multiplayer gaming, as now it's a core part of multiplayer games to include a Battle Pass. It's completely and utterly changed the base of what a game is built upon now. Now companies ask themselves, how can we make sure we include a Battle Pass with our new game? At the time, it seemed like a harmless thing. It was just a way to get some extra stuff in a game that you enjoy playing. I mean, because clearly everybody enjoys playing MOBAs. Little did we know this would spark the revolution of multiplayer gaming, because now everyone does it. You can't open a game nowadays without being flashbanged by microtransactions and the message of the day telling you that you need to buy the new Battle Pass. And gosh darn it, that's not the only thing that they did. They had loot boxes too. While they weren't the first to do it, by God, how many of you know content creators that did crate unboxings for Team Fortress 2 or CSGO? Rest in peace. But the point still stands that Dota 2 was the introduction of the first ever Battle Pass in gaming history. Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of proud to have been a part of it and disappointed that I bought it at the same time. I feel like somehow, by me buying it, I created a butterfly effect to what we have today. But does this make Valve a bad company? No, because nobody could have possibly predicted the domino effect that this would have. But it certainly took the investors' world by storm. And if Valve didn't do it, then somebody else would have eventually done it anyways. While Fortnite has had the Fortnitification effect on games by adding in ridiculous skins and crazy collaborations with other media, and losing the art style of a game, I would argue that Dota 2 is the grandfather of ruining the multiplayer scene as a whole. That's why I wanted to make this video. Inform people of the true culprit behind this fiasco, and to bring to light the bigger problem. I would argue that Battle Passes have ruined gaming way more than adding skins has. Because when a game has a Battle Pass, what does that mean for the gamer? You've got 2 options. Log in consistently to complete it, or dish out the cash. Side note here, Valve also has had one of the worst iterations of this. If you've played Dota 2 back in the day when the Battle Pass first came out, you'll remember how many levels it had and how crazy it was to try and grind out all the levels. I don't think that they wanted it to be possible to reach the level 1000. Yeah, level 1000. It had like 1,000 levels to it. It was insane. I don't know anyone who reached that without spending money. And I'm talking about loads of money to get to that level. I don't know, their first Battle Passes were actually kind of insane. Anyways, back to the point. This also helps introduce everyone's favorite thing, FOMO. Because we all know the best way to get people to neglect their spouse and children after they get off work is to immediately hop on COD and play for the next 6 hours to make sure they get that camo on the Battle Pass. It doesn't help that some Battle Passes don't even give you the special currency back to purchase the next one. As in, every time there's a new battle pass, you would have to spend real world money to buy the next battle pass, which most games don't do that anymore, and they will give you enough currency to purchase the next one. Wait, that is, if you grind out the entire battle pass for it. See, this constant cycle, oh my gosh, voice crack. See, this constant cycle of striving for your attention and trying to induce FOMO on you and force you to play a game, it's made multiplayer gaming creatively bankrupt. If my only reason to hop on a game is to grind out the battle pass, then what else is there past that? Nothing. Honestly, a game should make me want to play it without me needing to treat it like a second or a third job. It's unfortunate that we've gotten to this point, and to be honest, we will probably never be able to go back. And a part of me feels sad for kids playing games nowadays, because they'll never experience something like Modern Warfare 2 and just buying the game. And maybe you beg your parents to give you Microsoft points to buy the DLC maps. You're old enough to remember Microsoft points. Congrats, you're old just like me. Or Battlefield 3, where you were jealous of seeing someone with the premium knife because they bought the DLC. I was one of those people. We used to buy a game and that was it. That's what you got, and didn't need to drop any extra dough on it unless you just had to have those DLC maps. No skins to pay for or cosmetics, whatever. Even when there were cosmetics, you'd get clowned on for buying them. Like you really wasted $5 on that stupid looking skin? It was like when Call of Duty introduced announcer packs in Call of Duty Ghosts. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it was kind of like, I guess, a neat concept, but at the same time it was like, you're really gonna spend money on this for something that only you can hear? I mean, you know, if you've got the expendable income, you do you, whatever makes you happy. But now it's the opposite. You'll get clowned on for not being a gullible customer and wasting your money. I get it. With the introduction of the Battle Pass, it also paved the way for things like free DLC maps, because by the time you pay for all the Battle Passes and cosmetics, you've paid more than quadruple the amount you would have for just spending $20 for a few maps. This also, in turn, has led to us getting live service slop non-stop. Yippee! Another $60. Oh wait, I'm sorry, forgot to count for inflation. Let me hear the 5, 8, 9, at that. Okay, after inflation, another $70 or $80 game that isn't even going to run properly on launch day will have minimal content at first and won't have anything to do until they add that battle pass that you've got to pay for. It also paved the way for roadmaps, which is by far my favorite thing to come out of it. This usually tells us, so we could have had this content in the game to begin with, but we decided to hold off on it and wait because we want you to buy that battle pass first, because this will cause us to want to keep giving you guys things. And as soon as we realize that this game isn't profitable anymore, or it's not meeting the quotas that we want to meet because we're giving you horrible battle passes to grind out for, you know what we're gonna do? We're not even gonna finish the roadmap, and we're gonna just make the next game anyways. I love it. I love that that's what they do now because it's so much fun. I don't get why they can't just put the stuff in there to begin with. If it was in there to begin with, you would want to play the game more, and you'd be more likely to buy the battle pass because you're like, wow, this game has a lot of content. Look at all the extra stuff that they're going to add down the line. Instead, we get, wow, why didn't they add this to begin with? It doesn't even make any sense. But above all else, when games have been rushed out way ahead of schedule and barely worked, you can be guaranteed one thing for certain. Maybe nobody loves you. Maybe you're alone in the world. Maybe you have no friends. But you know who will always be there for you and will hold your hand and will take you out on a date? The in-game store will always be there waiting for you. And it loves you because it loves your money. Even if the game servers are down, even if the internet was down, even if there was an EMP, it doesn't matter, the world's ending, that in-game store will be there waiting for you. So go ahead and marry them. Because somehow, even when the game servers are down, you can somehow still access the store to buy stuff. It's crazy. The effect that Battle Pass has had on gaming has left such a deep stain, it will never be the same. It's like when you put spaghetti in a plastic container. It's never coming out. This is ultimately why indie games have become so popular, or quote-unquote friend slot games. Like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I actually enjoy paying $7.99 for a game, which by the way, can be cheaper than literally getting fast food. Just food for thought right there. But I'd rather pay $7.99 for a game that I actually enjoy playing, and I can play with my friends who also might not have the money or financial situation to afford an $80 game. Like, sorry, we enjoy playing games we don't have to log in and grind out every single day. Oh, also, that $7.99 is the final price because I don't have to buy a battle pass or spend any extra money on cosmetics or whatever. In conclusion, Fortnite may have perfected the battle pass, but Dota 2, and more importantly, Valve, created the first iteration of it, which has completely and utterly changed the gaming world as we know it today. And I would say that the Battle Pass has done more damage to gaming than anything else. That's all I've got for this video. I'm currently working on a Mortal Kombat video that will hopefully come out within the next month. It's a long one, so I'm still working on it. If you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments if you've ever bought a Battle Pass or somehow, someway you've managed to never succumb to the darkness. Also, if you're interested, I stream on Twitch, so be sure to follow me there. And I have a second channel where I will now be uploading all my gaming related content. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night.